Here's some more Path of Exile 2 community feedback, fixing defences, crafting and endgame challenges. Path of Exile 2 has introduced stunning visuals, exciting mechanics and a fresh take on the beloved ARPG formula, but the community has voiced concerns about key areas holding it back from greatness. From defensive mechanics to crafting and endgame challenges, here's a breakdown of the top feedback from players after weeks of early access. I've got all this info from Reddit and YouTube and the popular forums. So, community concerns and suggestions. Number 1. Defensive mechanics need rework. Dodge rolling versus traditional defences. While dodge rolling is a fantastic addition, it feels like the game is overly reliant on it. Traditional defences like armour and evasion need buffs to provide a tangible sense of progression and tankiness. Players want to feel safer as their character grows stronger, not like glass cannons at all times. Melee challenges. Bosses need longer punishment windows for melee players. Without downtime in boss attacks, melee builds struggle to deal damage effectively, especially when dodge rolling dominates gameplay. Number 2. Crafting feels unrewarding. Randomness over determinism. The current crafting system lacks intentionality with too much RNG and few ways to target desired affixes. Players want more deterministic crafting options that make SSF viable and rewarding. Ruins and resource issues. Ruins should be replaceable and more impactful. Additionally, more frequent drops of artificer orbs, essence and crafting materials could improve the experience, reducing the frustration of inventory management. Number 3. Endgame accessibility and progression. Citadel and Pinnacle boss design. The grind required to access Pinnacle bosses, 100 plus maps, combined with single attempt fights is overly punishing. Players suggest bosses reset to full HP on death but retain their portals, allowing fair retries without excessive grind. Map backtracking. Borrowing inspiration from Diablo 4, rare enemies could path toward players near the end of maps to reduce backtracking, keeping gameplay fast and engaging. Honor system frustrations. The roguelike inspired honor system in Trials has been wildly criticised as overly punishing and unfun. Many suggest either rethinking it entirely or delaying its implementation. Number 4. Weapon variety for melee builds. Mace overload. Maces dominate melee weapon options in POE2, leaving players feeling limited compared to the diversity of range classes. Adding axes or swords early in development could offer more variety and excitement for melee enthusiasts. Number 5. Attribute scaling feels weak. Single stat scaling attributes now provide only one bonus, which feels restrictive. Players especially struggle with dexterity and intelligence builds as they lack the versatility and power seen in strength-focused setups. Number 6. Reviving multiplayer features in Endgame. Missed potential. Features like checkpoints, pause functionality and party revives introduced during the campaign are missing in the endgame. Players suggest these mechanics could alleviate the frustrations of one-life map runs and foster a better cooperative experience. Number 7. Increased rarity FOMO. Loot priorities. The return of rarity stats has reignited the magic find meta, forcing players to choose between optimal gameplay and better loot. This design feels counterintuitive and undermines the fun of balanced builds. And then, what the community loves. Despite the critiques, players are quick to acknowledge POE2's incredible potential. Act 1 is a standout. Its pacing, rewards and design make it the most enjoyable act so far. Many hope future acts will mirror its balance of size, content and aesthetic appeal. Visuals and gameplay foundation. The graphics, engine improvements and reactive combat set a new standard for ARPGs. The framework is strong, it just needs refinement. A promising future. Players remain optimistic that GGG will learn from community feedback and make POE2 a genre-defining masterpiece. Join the conversation down below. What do you think about Path of Exile 2's early access so far? What classes are you playing? How are you finding the crafting and the endgame, blah blah blah. I made a game, it's on Steam, the winter sale's happening right now for Christmas. It's called Battle Babes. Play it if you want. Love you all, hasta la vista, peace.